Okay, good morning students. In a previous class, the chapter anatomy of flowering plant, we have discussed regarding the tissues. Okay, tissue and the type of tissue based upon they are containing the different type of cells. In that we are studied simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue, etc. Permanent tissues we have discussed. Before that we are discussed about the meristematic tissue. Those are having the cell division, what we are going to call it as a capacity. Now today we are going to start discussing about the tissue system based upon their location. In the sense their structure and functional depend upon the location of the tissues, and based upon their structure and location there are the three kinds of tissues we are going to discuss now. Okay, what are those three type of tissues? In the sense, one is epidermal tissue system, then ground or a fundamental tissue system, then last one is vascular conducting tissue system. Vascular conducting tissue system. Okay, so before this I told you people we are discussing the different kinds of tissues based upon their structure of cells and the activity of the cells. In the sense meristematic tissue, afterwards we have studied the permanent tissues. In permanent tissue, simple permanent tissue, complex permanent tissue, etc. Now we are going to discussing the tissue system based upon their structure and function, and that is depend upon the location where we are going to form those tissues. And based upon their structure and location, there are three kinds of tissues. One is epidermal tissue, second one is a ground or a fundamental tissue system, vascular or a conducting tissue system. Vascular or a conducting tissue system. So in this, now we are going to start discussing about the first one, that is the epidermal tissue system. The epidermal tissue system, the epidermal tissue, it is found in a outermost covering of the whole plant body. It is the outermost covering of the whole plant body, and this epidermal tissue composed of epidermal cells, stomata, and what this is consist of epidermal cells, stomata, and epidermal appendages like trichome. Epidermal appendages like trichome and hairs. Trichome and hairs. Okay, this is about the what we are going to call that one as a outermost layer. And the epidermis, it is the outermost layer of the primary body. It is made up of elongated, compactly arranged cell. This is made up of elongated, compactly, it is elongated, compactly arranged cells with continuous layers. And these epidermal cells, usually what we are going to call that one as a made up of a epidermal cells are the parenchyma cells and small amount of cytoplasm lining on a cell wall and large vacuole. These are made up of a parenchymatous cells with cytoplasm and large vacuoles. Large vacuoles, cytoplasm and a large vacuoles we are going to form in a epidermal tissue. And now we are going to go for the next, the outside of the epidermis. Often it is covered by the waxy thick layer called as a cuticle. In the sense, outside, I will write right here, outside the epidermis, usually, or epidermis, often covered with the waxy thick, waxy thick waxy thick layer called as a cuticle. Called as a cuticle. C-U-T-I-C-L-E. Called as a cuticle. C-U-T-I-C-L-E. Cuticle, which is prevent the loss of water. This helps to prevent the loss of water. This is very important. The epidermis, for example, suppose I am going to draw the epidermis here, the single layer epidermis. It is made up of a, what I told you, the parenchyma cells, and outermost layer of this epidermis, often it is made up of a what, thick layer, waxy thick layer. This is a waxy thick layer like this outside. This is epidermis, and outside this is cuticle, and this is made up of a, what we are going to call that one as a waxy thick layer. It is called as a cuticle, and that cuticle, it is helpful for preventing the water loss. Water loss, plant body like water ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ loss ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And cuticle is absent in a root, and this cuticle, it is absent in roots. This is also very important for your competitive exam. Okay, so what I told you regarding the epidermal tissue. Epidermal tissue is the outermost covering of the whole plant body. It is composed of epidermal cells, stomata, and epidermal appendages. It is called as those are like trichome and hairs. The epidermis is made up of a elongated, compactly arranged cells with cuticle, means continuous layer, parenchyma cells with the what, cytoplasm and large vacuoles. In that, next one is the outside the epidermis, often it is covered with a waxy thick layer called as a cuticle, and that cuticle it is going to prevent the loss of water, and this cuticle is absent in what we are going to call that one as a roots. Now another one thing is to come here. I told you it is composed of epidermal cells. These are the epidermal cells and stomata. Now we are going to start discussing about the stomata. What are the stomata and what is the function of stomata? Stomata are the structures present in the epidermis of the leaves. Okay, where you are going to find the stomata? Stomata are found in epidermis of the leaf. Epidermis of the leaf. Stomata are found in epidermis of the leaf. Stomata are found in epidermis of the leaf or leaves. Epidermis of the leaves. Then next, stomata regulates the process of transpiration and gaseous exchange. What is the function of these stomata? In the sense, first I would like to go for the diagram of these stomata. Okay, I used to go for the diagram of these stomata, right? Okay, so here I used to draw the diagram of stomata, and what is the function of stomata I will tell that time. Okay, so there we are going to get two kinds of stomata. One is a dumbbell shaped, another one is a bean shaped based upon their dicotyledonous and monocotyledonous. The stomata are the structures which are found in the epidermis of the leaves, and these are helpful in stomata are plays an important role in transpiration and gaseous exchange. Transpiration and gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange. Okay. What? Each stomata are plays an important role in a gaseous exchange, and what we are going to call that one as a transpiration. Now we are going to study the structure of stomata. How the stomata you are going to find? sense in monocot and dicot. Dicot, there is a different type of what we are going to call that one as a bean shaped stomata, like this you are going to get. Okay, and like this. Afterwards, we are going to get the subsidiary cells. Okay. Groove cells, chloroplast, root cells, chloroplast, stomatal core, subsidiary cells, epidermal cells. Stomatal opening and core entry. Okay. Stomatal, S-T-O-M-A-T-A-L, stomatal opening, and this is subsidiary cells. These are epidermal cells. Epidermal cells, and these we are going to go for subsidiary cells, and this is what root cells, and this is chloroplast, and then this is opening. This is what stomatal opening, and this is found in a what we are going to call that one as a dicot. And in monocot, in grasses, you are going to get such kind of what structures. This is what we are going to call it as a dumbbell set. You have salaga dumbbell set. Dumbbell adha ನಾವು exercise ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. That is what dumbbell set, like this. And here we are going to get the subsidiary cells like this, and this is epidermal cells. So if as to get right. So, like these are the growth cells, and in this you are going to have the chloroplast. This is the stomatal opening in the sense here, in between. This is stomatal opening, then this is a subsidiary cell, this is epidermal cell, then what remaining oval. So this is about what? This is found in a dicotyledons, in the sense dumbbell shape, outermost root cells always are a double shape. Okay. So here these are the structures of stomata. Structure of stomata. This is found in a dicot. This is found in a monocot, in the sense grasses. Dicot in the sense what? Nominate and all. These root cells are possess the chloroplast. Here, whatever the root cells are there, the stomata is made up of two cells which are called as a root cells, and these root cells are having chloroplast, and this chloroplast is going to regulate the opening and closing of the stomata. Opening and closing of the stomata. Chloroplast, it is responsible for the regulating opening and closing of the stomata. Opening and closing of stomata. It is helpful in opening and closing of stomata. Sometimes the epidermal cells, the groove cells become specialized in their shape and size, now known as subsidiary cells. And inside we are going to get some specialized cells. Inside the groove cells we are going to call them as a subsidiary cells, and then stomatal apparatus, crude cells surrounding subsidiary cells together called as a stomatal apparatus. Stomatal apparatus. Stomatal apparatus in the sense what? A-P-P-A-R-A-T-U-S. Stomatal apparatus in the sense the brood cells and specialized subsidiary cells. Brood cells and specialized subsidiary cells together called as what? Stomatal apparatus. Together called as a stomatal apparatus. Okay, this is what we are going to call as a stomatal apparatus. And next we are going to study in the epidermal tissue. In epidermal tissue we are going to go for the root hairs outside. First I told you in a epidermal tissue, epidermal cells, stomata, then outermost in the sense trichome and hair. Like this is supposed epidermis. Above this you are going to get the cuticle, and here like this you are going to get the epidermal hairs. Epidermal hairs. Now outermost epidermal hairs, those are the unicellular elongated epidermal cells, helps to absorb the water. These are helps to absorb the water. The hairs in the those are helpful for absorbing the water and minerals from the soil. Water and minerals from the soil. Water and minerals from the soil. On the stem, the epidermal hairs are called as a trichome. If these epidermal hairs are in root, on stem these are called as a trichome. These are called as a trichome. On a stem, these are called as a trichomes. 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 And these trichomes in a shoot system are usually multicellular, and they may be branched or unbranched, soft, stiffy. They even secretory. Trichomes help to preventing the water loss due to the transpiration. These are helps to prevent the water loss. Prevent the water loss. Okay. This is about what? The today's class regarding the tissue system. In tissue system, the location of the tissue, it differs the structures and functions. The structures and functions of the different tissues is depend upon the location. Based upon their structure and location, there are three kinds of tissues. One is epidermal tissue, I told you. Second one, I told you the upper epidermal tissue, ground tissue or a fundamental tissue, then vascular or a conducting tissue. Vascular or a conducting tissue. Now vascular or conducting tissue we have discussed epidermal tissue. In epidermal tissue, we have epidermal tissue, it is made up of epidermal cells, stomatal apparatus. Then next one is a outermost layer, that is what means appendages, epidermal appendages like hairs and trichomes. Okay, the epidermis, it is a single layer structure which is made up of a parenchyma cell. Above that, you are going to get the thick waxy covering. We are going to call that as a cuticle, and that cuticle, it is helpful for the preventing water loss. After that, we are going for the stomata. Stomata, it is present in the epidermis of the leaf, and it is helpful for the transpiration and gaseous exchange. The stomata is made up of brood cells, and brood cells consist of a chloroplast, which is helpful for the what we are going to call that one as a opening and closing of the stomata. Opening and closing of the stomata. Inside the brood cell, we are going to find the specialized cells called as a subsidiary cells. Both together, subsidiary cells, brood cells, we are going to call that one as a stomatal apparatus, collectively called as a stomatal apparatus. And afterwards, we went for the outermost appendages like epidermal hairs. We are going to found in a root epidermis, and there they are helpful for the absorption of the water and minerals from the soil. And when these outermost appendages are present in a stem, that time we are going to call that one as a trichome, and that trichome or those trichomes are helpful in preventing the water loss by the transpiration. So this is about what outermost layer, that epidermal tissue. Next we are going to go for the ground tissue, fundamental tissue, and a water conducting system. Okay, I will stop here. Thank you. I will continue in the next.